It's your boy Online Davo, and we back with another video. Look, we got a video about Old Meezy. Keith Lee ruined his restaurant in 24 hours. We finna get into the video, and we'll see what bro talking about. Come on.
When I tell you I've never seen a fall from grace like this, it's actually quite amazing. But hey, that's the power of social media. Y'all know that old black man that sits at the barbecue restaurants and shakes his meat until it falls apart?
I tried telling y'all about tendernism. But let me see.
Tendernism.
Do that look like I'm playing?
I think I seen that video, I ain't gonna lie. I think I seen this one. Okay, yeah, I seen this one. I seen this video before, but I ain't really keep up with bro. I'm not gonna lie. His food did look hella good though. That nigga could cook for sure.
Tendernism.
It's a possibility. Oh my.
Damn.
I tried telling you. Shake it like a sucker.
That shit look good.
What the fuck? Well, it turns out Mr. Tenderism may not be so tender to his customers. In fact, he might just be a Steven from Django. Listen, man, if you're new to this and you want to be true to this, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way for the channel. Now, back to the video. We haven't seen him on the scene for a long time, but remember when Keith Lee used to go to these establishments around the time of 21 and 22? He used to really...
Where have Keith Lee been? What the fuck? I just thought about that, bro. Been in hiding. I'm not gonna lie. Is he back outside now?
Shake the table. And so when Mr. Tenderism's video started to go viral on the internet and different celebrities and, social media figures started to pop up, our good buddy, the good food reviewer Keith Lee, had to go visit the restaurant. But this would expose the tricks of the trade to the Tenderism game.
Me and my family are currently in Marietta, California, and this, in my opinion, is the most anticipated video I've ever done. In my hand is food from Destination Smokehouse, with the Tenderism. My whole mission today to see, in my opinion, is the food actually tenderism, or do I just love watching Unc? Let's find out together.
I got it. Let's try it. Let's ready 1 through 10.
Spent $129.77.
Bro, obese your food. Bro, gonna say at the same time as bro. Come on, bro. Come on. That nigga a clown, bro.
Sheesh.
My family said it was very good. We gonna start with what I came here for. They're beef free. I didn't touch it. I didn't do nothing. This how it came. To me, it looked like it's sliced. It looked like they slit it straight down the back. So when I pick it up, it's already
what?
Oh, they...
And see if it fall off the bone. Well, it ain't no bone in here. I'm gonna just see if it fall apart. It do not.
Oh my God.
This thing ain't going nowhere.
So we were lied to the whole time. The meat ain't really tender. He's cutting the meat. I never...
No. You can't let him get away with this. That's so crazy. Niggas really lying about his cooking skills though. That old ass nigga, bro. That's crazy. But maybe it was a bad batch. But then again, it's like you can't have those type of batches, bro. Like if you known for your meat falling off the bone, my nigga, don't let me be the customer that get the meat that stay on the bone. Hell nah. I pay for my shit to fall off the bone. So it's like, oh damn, OG was lying.
Felt this lied to about a online personality and the products that they have since the strawberry mint growth oil guy. The guy that told us to brush 15 strokes an angle, do not miss an angle. And then ultimately to come to find out he was doing nothing but going to Turkey to get his hairline filled in.
Bro, you know what's crazy? That nigga popped up on my page. He popped up on my YouTube shit out of nowhere. His video was entertaining though, but I'm like, nigga, strawberries? Like what? That shit sound crazy as hell.
Black men, they keep deceiving me. On a serious note, that's not what's important at all. Overall, Keith Lee gave a favorable review, said that this was a worthwhile place. The food was good.
8 out of 10. For me, the standout was absolutely the oxtail. But past the oxtail, the standout is Unc. Not only, in my opinion, is it extremely hard to get people engaged like that, to show your true personality, to be yourself, no matter how fast things take off in the space. I don't think he intended for it to go the way it's going.
Now, although his meat wasn't as loose as advertised, Keith Lee did what he normally does in these situations where he does find a good restaurant that he's about to honestly boost into another stratosphere. He goes in and he tips the people very generously. But upon going in and attempting to tip Mr. Tenderism, aka Uncle Steven, a good amount of money, this is where the curtain starts to fall down on the whole Tenderism empire.
I'm personally taking $5,000 out of my own bank, and we going to say happy holidays to Unc.
So, update.
We could not get to Unc. Security said it was over with for the day. They said that he was filming something. I believe he was filming a podcast. We had $5,000 in cash, or $4,000 in cash that we was gonna give him a hand. They didn't take it, so we're not only gonna take this money and feed some people, but we just gonna do what we feel like we're supposed to do in the community. And as always, after this, I pray and hope that they continue.
What? Nigga, give my 5 bands. That's crazy. Niggas really do be hating, bro. That'll let you know, bro. That'll let you know. I'm telling you, really blocking bro blessings. Damn. That's so crazy, bro. Five. Oh my gosh. 5 bands?
Now, W. Keith Lee as always, and this could all be swept under the rug as a total misunderstanding. But when we see the response from the restaurant, it has everybody asking one question and one question only.
Some circumstances that happened after the fact with other people that he talked to that opened our eyes up to why he probably felt the way that he did. Even the way that he approached it, he didn't ask for anybody else. There's a lot of people visible on social media. To offer a tip.
Wait, who is that white man? That's right, Mr. Tendernism, the old man that shakes his meat on the internet, falls off the bone.
Wait a minute. Why is this nigga just sitting there
on
talking
social
for
media
him?
To offer a
like he his agent or something. Like what? Like he in some type of his PR team.
Tip.
Wait, who is that white man? That's right, Mr. Tenderism, the old man that shakes his meat on the internet, falls off the bone and throws his glasses, is actually not the owner of the smokehouse. It's the white guy sitting next to him, giving the explanation as to what's going on in the restaurant, the day-to-day, what happened in the whole Keith Lee situation. And as you can see, Mr. Tenderism in this video looks like a droopy dog. And not only are people upset that Mr. Tenderism isn't the actual owner.
Well, they got that nigga locked up back there cooking all day? God damn. That nigga look dehydrated, all type of shit. God.
I mean, it would be like finding out that the tooth fairy isn't real. It's painful, but it's something that we can, rise above. What actually is pissing them off is the explanation from the owner about Mr. Tenderism's involvement. Trust me, it gets really, really strange from here on out.
Some circumstances that happened after the fact with other people that he talked to that opened our eyes up to why he probably felt the way that he did. Even the way that he approached it.
Hey, bro, why is bro just sitting back there like this? Nigga just sitting back there like what? Why are you just standing there?
Ask for anybody else. There's a lot of people visible on social media. To offer a tip to a business owner was crazy. That was the other thing too, is like he really thinks Walt is like this helpless guy who needs his help. What? How are you going to tip a business owner? Tip the whole staff.
I think
I want to get this to.
Bro, I'm gonna tip you. I want to give you the tip. You the cook. I'm tipping the cook. What is this nigga talking about? Unless I'm tripping.
Walter.
Okay.
He specifically said his name to ask me a couple of questions. To ask him a couple of questions, I meant to say. That's how he presented it. He didn't say, hey, I want to give y'all this, and in the meantime, can I talk to Walter and Nick or whatever? He literally asked for him only and said he want to give him that amount of money.
Even Reynaldo or Butcher Bill or someone that's visible, Walter French, anybody else, it would have felt like it was coming from a place that we would have accepted. But
are you serious?
That we have this following? Yeah, you want me to cut it short? Sorry, brother.
Hey, look here. I'd like you to some kind of way get in touch with him if possibility. Tell him when he come back.
What Keith Lee does with his money is his own concern. And this is precisely the reason why Keith Lee goes about his interviews and his food reviews the way that he does. Is because once people find out who he is, what he's trying to do, and all this other stuff, they take advantage of him. We covered it on this channel when he did his Atlanta food review. And we've also talked about it in his DC food review and pretty much every food review that Keith Lee has done. I really think that's why he's taken a more...
Hey, people really... Bro, if he give a bad review, people be on his dome. I'd be like, all right, I didn't even say a bad review. A review that they don't agree with, they be so mad. It's like, bro, do we forget that eating food is subjective? Like, I may like something you don't like. You get what I'm saying? Like, I like salmon, you may hate salmon, But people really be taking it to heart. But I could get it, though, because if you're going to, from a business owner perspective, that's the risk you take. If you think your food is up to par, all right, we gonna tell the world that's up to par. And if it ain't up to par, up to my par, it is what it is, bro. So I get it, though. I get it.
step back, public facing hiatus from doing these types of things is because the ability to just be taken advantage of for the things that Keith Lee can do for a restaurant skyrocketed once his reviews became popular. I also find it nasty that this owner now is trying to minimize and speak for Mr. Tenderism. He wanted to give the tip to the old man because the old man is the front facing image of the platform and who we thought was the owner of the restaurant. Whether he pocketed or distributed it shouldn't really matter. None of the excuses that he gave matter.
Yeah, he could have gave the tip to Unc, and Unc could have decided what he wanted to do with it. But don't stop the money at the front door, my nigga. At least let the money inside the house. Like, damn, you already rejecting them. Like, come on, bro. You thinking about how to distribute it, but you denied the money in the first place. Get the money first, and then think about how you want to break it down, or if he even wants to break it down in the first place. And that's his, that's his decision.
And now what's interesting about this whole situation is because based off of the fame, based off of the notoriety that the restaurant is getting, and based off of the fact that he understands, the owner that is, that Mr. Tenderism is going around as the brand on the internet for this restaurant, he's decided to now place himself in every single one of the future videos going forward.
People thought the worst part was that Unc wasn't the restaurant owner. It wasn't. The real outrage is that the term tendernism was trademarked by the restaurant owner.
What?
Wow.
Witnessing is an old black man being used as a mascot for another man, white man's restaurant. And let's be honest, after seeing all those viral videos of the meat falling off the bone, anybody would want to try it. It was tendernism that made this restaurant explode online. People come to see him. Keith Lee came to see him. The viral fame, the business.
That's crazy too, bro. That's so crazy. Attila's all this time, bro. Attila's the oldest chick in the book. Come on, man. We know what black people do. We know what black people bring to this country. We know everybody loves to enjoy black people's culture and food. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but it's like, damn. It's always gonna be someone to get taken advantage of. A sucker is born every single day.
Buzz that came from Unc, not the owner. But when Keith tried to leave a $4,000 tip, security stopped him, saying Unc was too busy. What made people even angrier was the owner's response afterward.
If I would have known he was here, I would have probably asked Edie to stop for a few seconds so we could go over there. That's what I would have done.
The way the owner speaks and Unc's energy just makes the whole thing feel uncomfortable. And ever since then, the owner has been showing up in every Tendernism video. Now, the restaurant is getting canceled, with people saying the owner mistreated Unc.
Now, instead of trotting out that knock-kneed Negro, you are bringing yourself onto the scene and onto the stage because you see what type of fame and notoriety he's getting. Now, I can't judge their personal relationship, but I can't know what's going on. But it's kind of nasty that the owner of the restaurant trademarked the phrase and saying that this older black gentleman made up. And it's also strange that they go from no commercials with this white guy to now all of the commercials, all of the social media posts, all of the blog postings are with this guy, effectively taking out the authentic feel of what's going on. For a lot of people,
now he wants it to be clear that he's the owner. He wants it to be clear that this is his shit. At first he didn't care. The money was coming in. Okay, cool. But then he's seen like, oh, there's also like really good popularity. Like there's actually a lot of more opportunities out there, extra money you can make from being the face of it. So now he want to hop in there. You want to capitalize. But now it's like, you kind of fucking it up, bro. We came here for the old black dude. We ain't coming for you, my nigga, okay?
Mr. Tendernism reminded them of their uncle at the barbecue, their grandfather at the fish fry, that one guy that's at the side of the road of the combination BP vape shop, barber shop that has the grill out front that, does his own little shake meat interpretation. And even if you look at the past videos and stuff like that, this looks like an authentic situation going on built off of the back of, the old man in this situation, Unc.
Right. Man, look here, we gotta do something, man.
I'm not gonna lie, my impression of it was like, damn, Unc cooks so good, he going crazy. He got his own business from just having tender meat. That's what I thought, but now it's like, you just a famous cook. You don't even, man, that shit crazy, bro.
Barbecue. Yeah, idea, man, we gonna try it. I said, let's go to Home Depot and get one of them little grills. We don't need the kitchen, we just need the little grill. And that's how it began.
We did 10 slabs of ribs. He cooked them his way, direct heat. He did, I don't know how many pounds, but a lot of half chickens, and we sold out of both in about like a 4-hour window. And to us, that was a lot. We were really like happy.
Going crazy.
Good shot.
But as we look more into it, it was his idea to go ahead and barbecue, his cooking methods, most likely his labor as well. So what did you really bring? Probably the financials, but why do you feel like you have to be so front-facing now? Now the internet is worried about this seemingly narcissistic owner and how he is dealing with Mr. Tendernism because they feel like he's being exploited.
Happens every
I had
day.
a wonderful woman come up to me today, and she stopped me. I was at the soda machine, and she's like, "How does it feel to change the world?"
Ain't nobody come here to see you, Otis.
Nigga, what?
And ain't nobody say that to you. How does it feel to be changing the world? You making barbecue, bro.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on,
crazy.
Now,
Nigga, what? Barbecue would change the world for you, gang? I want your problems. I'm not gonna lie. If your biggest problem in the world is bad barbecue, please, we could switch problems today. Thank you. Like, what? Bruh. He cannot be serious.
or something when the black community don't want to support Destination Smokehouse. Now you're making a video pretty much saying like, hey, I ain't racist, guys. Nobody said you're racist. We said you're capitalizing off of black business when it is not black owned. And we see the jig that is going on, and the jig is up. And you got Tendernism sitting in the back of your video like a fucking prop, and it's given to Django.
Look, man, Mr. Tendernism can't be saved, y'all. That man bought Mr. Tendernism. And I'm from Alabama. I'm so used to seeing older black men be that way towards their bosses and their masters. And y'all wonder why I'm so aggressive. Let me tell you why. That's what I saw growing up. That's why I don't look up to no older black men. I can't tell you not one that I'm looking up to, because that's how I saw them act back in the day. That's all. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, ain't gonna lie. Some of these niggas do be, they talk tough with you, but they come across some white man, they start getting all docile and they start getting all feminine and shit. It's crazy. They don't keep that same energy. You know, and the thing is, right, they can't even, some people, they can't even connect the dots of like, damn, he's capitalizing off of a black man, and that black man doesn't have no real ownership in the business, but he's being capitalized off it, you know. And then you factor in the literal foundation of this country, you know what I'm saying, and how that factors. It all ties together, you know. But some people, they don't see it. Other people, they see it and they don't care, you know. And OG Unc, he has free will. You know, some niggas are just cooned out. At one point, it was probably manipulation, and then it became participation. Okay, so it is what it is. They already had an arrangement. We were just late. We just didn't know about it.
Oh man, Mr. Tendernism, you done been bought.
Why are we seeing the owner of Destination Smokehouse Destination, the guy who owns the restaurant, Unc, aka Mr. Tendernism Works? Why are we seeing him in videos now? Why are we still hearing from him? Why is he doing Mr. Tendernism's shtick? It's fake. It's appropriation. It's vulturing. It's copying. We've seen this happen far too many times. Mr. Tendernism, I'm not even talking to him anymore, because apparently he loves being in that position where his talent and all that just being used and abused and taken advantage of.
So,
I will say, some people, they just don't want to own a business. I will say that. Some people are fine with just being the top dog in someone else's business, you know, without being an owner. But it's still like, ugh, it looks kind of bad. That's why I said, we just didn't know what the arrangement was. They had an arrangement. They just never told us, and we just assigned one to it. You know, who fault that is? I don't know.
The owner was in the comments like, Walt is an employee. He's a trusted employee. Like, he was a house nigga. Like, he's an trusted employee. He's a loved
Definitely
employee.
Definitely give house nigga vibes, though.
But he's still an employee. He said nothing about being a partner. Nothing about no 50-50. As a matter of fact, I don't know if the video was still there, but the owner had asked Walt, did he want to be an owner? Did he want his own restaurant? And Walt kept saying no, that this was good enough for him, helping his brother.
I gotta see that.
All
That's
in
crazy.
The videos like Suge Knight.
Oh, so it is clear. I watched a Quentin Tarantino movie about this same type of topic. It featured a man named Django. Leonardo DiCaprio was Mr. King.
I ain't gonna lie, this is one of my favorite movies ever. I'm not gonna lie. I like it.
Andy, and there was one black guy, Samuel Jackson. His name was Steven. The reason why this bothers me is because post George Floyd, well, really in that whole era, there was an uptick of black business support. There was an uptick in a lot of other business supports, people praising their intersectionalities and their identities and, boosting that to the forefront as a way to advertise their business. But I'm speaking about black businesses at this point. And as a black person, we know how this goes. Hell, as a consumer of food, we know how this goes. I like any restaurant, but if I hear that it's black owned and I hear that black people are making the food, I'm more inclined to go there, especially when it's something that psychologically I link to a certain type of person. I want to go into the Mexican food place and see Mexicans making the food. If I go to the Chinese place, I want to see Chinese people making the food. It just kind of lines up like that. If I go to the Italian restaurant and see anybody else besides an Italian back there in the kitchen, it's gonna make me a little weary. Not that I won't eat the food, but it's gonna make me weary. Nonetheless,
it's just like you want that authenticity that come with it. You want to feel like you really eat an Italian food from an Italian nigga. Come on, man. Come on. We know what's up. We ain't finna play dumb. Okay?
Propping yourself up as a black-owned and black-run business via your marketing campaign is actually nasty when you know for a fact that this man doesn't even own 1%. He actually gets paid 1%. Mind you, as we heard in the video earlier, this is this man's barbecue. It's his seasonings, it's his cooking methods, it's all of that. There shouldn't have been any conversation about, do you want to be a partner? Do you want to be an owner? That should have just been a part of the beginning stages, full stop. So I actually am gonna have to agree with the social zeitgeist and say like, yo, no, you are taking advantage of him. And this actually is a disgusting look. And because you've built your name off of social media fame, it's only gonna fall apart as people get there. I'm glad that Keith Lee saved a lot of people's time by actively going and reviewing this food, but more importantly, exposing the fact that this isn't who they say they are. Truly, I get the concept of having some sort of marketing gimmick or shtick in order to push your product. It's hard to get out there in the real world. But at the end of the day, I think it should have been made clear from the beginning that Unc was more of a mascot as opposed to an owner. That this was a
shout out Omizi for the video. You did your thing. That's crazy, bro. All you had to do was accept the money. All you had to do was accept the money and everything would still be good. That'll let you know, bro. All it takes is one decision for your whole life to turn upside down, bro, if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, Unc Tendernism is a coon. You know what I'm saying? And he's comfortable where he's at, and that's what he likes to be. That's what he wants to be. Who are we to, you know what I'm saying, tell him that he wrong? You feel me? But he is also getting manipulated, and it's now that he knows, it's up to him on what he decides to do. But I still do feel like that he's been good with the arrangement this whole time, and that we're the ones that's late to the party. And then, it is what it is though. I'm gone. Peace.